Crimbo's like this new next revelation of German Counter-Strike. So I'm just trying to find which one of those guys is going to be able to consistently put up the numbers.
Yeah, a lot of questions around that. I mean, if it's so hard having watched Tabson for a long time, so you want to put him in that role. But again, he did take a huge step back to try and become more of a leader, more of a captain of the team. But it feels like there is something lacking there, because when Tabson is hitting his shots, it's absolutely wild. So we'll see. Pushing up on the CT side, Hobbit, it's a good headshot to start the match with, but Tabson quick with the return on that P250. Shiro fighting his way out. But Tabson, he's the Avenger right now, taking them all down.
Taking them all down. 3-on-3. Minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. Big have mid control. And the defense is going to be split 1-1-1 at long and CT spawn and at the B bomb site. So really the only place you can find any kind of teamwork for the Cloud9 defense at the moment is if Big attack towards the B bomb site through middle, where Nafty and Inters could have a crossfire. But they're actually going they're making the perfect call. Up catwalk we go. No one's at railing. Exile, this 1v1 against Tabson at long is so important.
Oh,
okay. and easy.
And easy. Yeah, you got to look both ways there. Tabson goes down. Well, there is a bomb plant at the very least. They have a P250 right here on Crimbo, and that is a nice headshot. Well done. Taking down Exile, and now Searson, he sees almost nothing. That is one of the most shallow peaks I've seen in a while. It didn't expose himself at all, but it's still down into a one-on-one with Nafany and Crimbo facing off against each other, and there is a bit of a clock running. Now, he has a kit picked up right now. He kind of knows where Crimbo is. He's got a good read on the situation, and he's going to try and tap it and hold it down, just not even faking it out. He has to come off now. Crimbo shoulder peeks him, and now Nafany has to run straight for it, and he's not going to win the fight either. Crimbo with a nice double kill, and that'll be Big picking up the pistol round.
Yeah, man, he really had like a fork in the road decision to make there. Like, you either push up to that box and actually try and aggressively take that fight, or you do exactly what Nafany did, which is tap the bomb and hope you can kind of bait him out into a wide swing, a committed fight on the defuse. Unfortunately, he couldn't pull that off. Good jiggle peek from Crimbo to get back behind the box and just pull him off the defuse. That was pretty much the round right there. 1-0. Searson misses a shot on the cross. It's a full buy for Cloud9's second round, and Nafany has control of lower dark.
Okay, it's pretty aggressive for a round after you lose the pistol, but I kind of like it with the MP9, with the double scouts as well. I feel like these rounds so often, especially on Dust 2, it's just about making the T side uncomfortable. Just get 1 or 2 tags in like that. Tabson 15 health. How does a scout do that much damage?
How does the math work like that?
Yeah, I don't fully understand. But look at how many people are here. They're setting up. They actually might even prefer those smokes to go up so they can flash their way through. There's the attempt, but it doesn't even matter. Searson and Crimbo, good return. CSAT 75, swinging through the smoke like that absolutely could be lethal. And they've done some great tags, but it's a little bit too late now. You need to tag, you need to get back, stay alive, keep fighting. All on Exile with the scout here, and they kind of know where he is. They definitely know now. Oh,
nice.
Nicely done. All right, try and do it again. Get the jump on over. Oh, I wanted him to try and do that one more time. Still, look at the health that's there. 15, 28, and 27 on the 3 remaining Big players. So it was a good round for Big, but could have been scary.
Yeah, it definitely could have been. Some good shooting from Big as well. I think Shiro had the first scout up at top A, excuse me, over by Goose, and he got instantly taken down as soon as he swung for the fight. That was going on as the CZ came through the smoke as well. So just some good shooting from Big to make sure that nobody could build upon those tags. 2-0, and a save round now for Cloud9.
Yeah, they're going to be chilling out. Inter's picking up 1 HE grenade. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can. I just always feel like hitting that is going to be so difficult. Well, he might have found the right spot for it. He's got it in his hand, throws it out. It does land right on top of 3 people. Okay. I mean, they still need the follow-up kills here, but I think that's one of the more successful. I'll take it. I'm all right with that.
Yeah, I mean, it took him the entire lifespan of 3 of his teammates to line that bad boy up to be the perfect grenade that it was. So no chance it was going to have any kind of impact. By the time it blows up, everyone's already gone. It's
kind of the problem with at least if you're going to be doing that, you'd need to buy, like, 3 or 4 of them on the team and just hope that everyone hits the nade like that. But just 1 grenade, again, just versus a flashbang, it just feels like there's so much of a bigger chance to do something. But whatever, it's a tiny, insignificant detail in the round, really. Just
tiny, insignificant detail that you've been harping on for like a decade now.
Yeah, and probably will for a decade more. I'm not gonna lie.
It's never going to end. Well, Shiro's at least got this Galil, so maybe he can bring that forward into the next round.
Yeah, I guess they don't really have to hunt him down. Going to be a rifle round no matter what, and it's just a Galil, so they probably don't care that much. Yeah, this is from the previous round with Searson doing work.
Yeah, and you can just see that scouts, like how instantaneous those shots are. There's players there from Cloud9 who can get involved in the action to kind of mop up those tags, but when hitting bangers like that as they cross into the bomb site, no chance. 3-0 for Big, really with no drama whatsoever.
Yeah, they're having themselves a decent start, but as we all know, the real test is coming up here in the 4th round. Shiro on that AWP, always a bad sign if you're on the opponent side here. Don't want to be running into that. He is not to be taken lightly. Galil in play, obviously. I don't really mind that for Nafni. I think that's fine. If you win now, it just feels like a huge bonus. You're going to be shooting up like he's got 2,200 in the bank. So if they win the round, he's going to be super happy about that. Setting up for more or less a default kind of a play. Jump peeking that one to bait the shot out from Shiro. Good little trick. Not risk-free, but whatever.
No, but that's a great way to take control of Catwalk without spending any utility, right? That's some bang for your buck on that kind of a jump peek. Now, it does put you at a little bit of a risk. Exile playing behind the long double doors. Going to be having a lurk off with Tizian in the cave. And both their spots and positions have been given up. So mid control for Big. They haven't moved up Catwalk with that kind of control. Instead, Keto's going to flirt with middle. There's a smoke towards CT spawn to show mid to be split. A counter Molotov to hold them at bay. And still no decision for Big. 35 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, they're really expecting more of a reaction coming out from Cloud9 that they're not getting at the moment, but maybe they will soon. Trying to put a little bit of pressure on the middle. They still have the bomb up on Catwalk. I'm not sure they've really decided yet, but they have to surely now. 25 seconds. Hobbit's going to be taking down Keto, and now they're making a run for it. This is very low on time, Big. They're going to have to try and thread the needle on this one. Tabson comes into the middle and takes down Hobbit. Instant one-shot. He's going to do it again. Great kill on Nafani, and all the way at the back of the bomb site.
My
That's
Lord.
another Ferrari peak coming through. Inters is down and out, and with just 4 seconds left, the last possible minute, they're going to be able to do it. No scoping Searson in the middle, and I mean, what a wild round. It doesn't get any closer than that.
No, it really doesn't. And I mean, they absolutely had to have those kills be that instantaneous as well throughout the entire round. Like that with the clock running down, Cloud9 did everything perfect up until the point where they lost every single fight. I mean, the counter Molotov for the mid to B smoke, by the time I think that was Keto or Crimbo who was actually trying to make the route towards the B bomb site, the lower smoke had faded already because of the Molotov, so it was an easy frag for Hobbit. I mean, everything just had to be perfect from here on out. Tabson with these entries. This was the only thing that was going to win this round.
Yeah, pretty much. I think Crimbo is so quick. Oh, it's ridiculous. Well done at the end. And quick shout out to all the people in the Twitch chat. Still got that open on the second screen, just feeding into my brain. Like I'm reading with one eye and I'm watching Counter-Strike.
It's like that's the matrix you're plugged into. You just have the Twitch feed just being injected directly into your cerebral cortex.
Yeah, I'm like Cypher. I'm like, plug me back in. Like I want.
Give me the steak.
Yeah, I'm not. But instead of steak, it's just insane.
It's Twitch chat.
Yeah, just copy pastas instead. Just let me have the copy pastas. Maybe believe it's real.
I don't want to live if there's no such thing as memes. Just feed me the memes. Make it my reality.
Yeah, that's what they need. They need like a 2022 version of Captain Planet, but instead it's like Captain Memes, and you summon him with enough memes, and he defeats people on the internet.
There's so many deep metaphors with that one as well. Well done.
Okay, well, 5th round. Shiro's got the AWP, but that's it. This time it wasn't a jump peek, it was a flashbang and a Molotov. Lots of ways to clear out that particular angle. And Shiro, I mean, the value of that weapon, he doesn't want to stick around and try and risk it. The rest of Big, they are leading into the bomb site. It's going to be great. A little bit of a pistol on top of the 5.7. Can be super lethal at that range, but the spacing and the good timing there between the rest of the Big members able to get that kill. And that's the round. So they're going to be up 5-0. This is great.
Yeah, it's an absolutely wonderful start for Big. Couldn't have planned it any better.
No, this is quite something. I was getting so nervous in that previous round when they were running the clock down that low, because obviously you understand the logic of them waiting around, because they want to see, is there a reaction on catwalk or in middle from Cloud9? They're expecting one, especially as the clock runs lower. But man, when you wait that when there's only 25 seconds, I think, when they run out of the middle like that. As you said, it has to be perfect from there on out. And
well, the funny thing is, like, Big almost didn't even believe it was going to work. Like, Tabson was out there on his own getting those entries. The bomb was still back at like mid double doors. Even the bomb was like, all right, man, sure, we'll see if you get the headshots that we need. And then he got them. So he's like, okay, well, guess I'm on my way.
He just went for it. Yeah, him and Crimbo right now doing a reasonable job. Is he? He's got his whole arm outside of the table like that. That doesn't look... How is he even able to move his hand further up? I don't understand. Guess everyone has their own style.
His forearm is beneath the tabletop?
Yeah, like entirely. Not even resting on like his chair or anything. Like, there's nothing. Who am I to say? I don't think I'd win a fight one-on-one against Daphne, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think you could win.
Maybe like one round, just headshot, and I'll win. That's
it. I thought you meant like an actual like a physical altercation. Okay,
it's possible. Maybe, yeah. We'll see. Maybe one day.
I was like, bro, you got like the height and the weight advantage on him. You're fine.
Sure, just lay on top of him and it's gonna work out. Oh man, Molotov's nicely done, forcing him a little bit back. Keto really wants to keep going. Oh, he gets tagged, but from who? Is that a teammate?
I think so.
Is that Searson?
Yeah. Searson might have just snapped over to try and flick through the door towards CT spawn and just got a bit too deep.
Keto's like,
just sitting there, and Keto's like, too much?
Yeah, exactly. Ah, there's a reference. 6th round. And again, they're slowing it down. Which, Cloud9 is a hard team to play against. So if Big have done a little bit of homework, if they feel like they can force a couple of maybe mistakes, if they start to peak. They didn't really last time, and they still won the fight. But you could see Cloud9 are being super regimented in this round. They're really not going for much information. They're just confident they can win the fight when it comes. And they probably can as well. Ooh, a little bit of a peek down the middle. Keto makes a run for it. That's interesting, but there's still no shift to the defense over from the A-bomb side.
He's about to just backstab. They have no idea. They have no clue this is happening. Oh, Inters is looking for it. That's massive. Hobbit tucked in behind tall boxes as well. Couldn't be seen from window, but he can from taps in, and there's 2 instantaneous headshots again. All right, well, round's over.
Yeah, but that's still... I don't know why they're doing this. This seems like a huge risk. Nafudi going down. They should have probably called the exit on that round. Yeah, before they even got there. That's so interesting, because I think they spotted Keto making the run past middle earlier, but no one even moved from the A-bomb side. They're actually being very, very passive on the Cloud9 side. Maybe way more than they should be right now, because Big are getting some great space to work with, and that defense is just not moving.
I mean, maybe this is the game plan of Big. Maybe they saw something in prep that made them think that like the middle portion of the map was something they could really, really exploit. That, or I mean, just off of all this success, they just keep going back to it because why not? 6-0. Yeah, that felt like there was such a huge, easy path out mid towards the B bomb site. That's crazy. Yeah, that's Searson shooting his teammate. Not even a flick. He just thought that was an opponent, and Hobbit backs up right into Tabson, who gets a follow-up headshot as well. Absolutely perfect.
Listen, Searson is 7-1, so he's just cracked and ready to go, you know? Just don't step in his way. Or wear like one of those yellow safety vests or something, you know, so that he knows. I'll just be sneaking around out there.
he needs the lights on him, the reflectors.
Exactly. Oh man.
Well, Tabson's out long. He's led the way. He's got 3 players coming up behind him as well. And this is a quiet way to take long control behind that smoke as it fades. All ready for the fight. Keto's got one, and all of a sudden, Axile's all alone in pit. He's got nobody even close to help him out. Flashbang is out, but he can do nothing. Headshot from Keto, and Big is going to be up 7-0. Well, that's a bit early to call that. Yeah, but it feels like it's going to be 7-0.
Unless they make a giant mistake getting the crosshair, they should be, right? They have the nades for it, and I'm not even sure Cloud9... They might hang around to try to get like a lucky shot through the smoke or something like that, but if that doesn't happen, then what is even the point? You're going to need the money, so I'm not even sure if it's too early. No. I don't think I've I probably have seen that kind of a slow long take before, but not in a long time. Think about what we're normally seeing. We're seeing that standard smoke from the T side to the corner of long, and then we're just seeing layered flashbangs. We're seeing like the smoke at the door to block off the Molotov, and then people flash their way through. Like it's always really quick, and it's always designed to like try and get out long and just take the fight so that they can't like get an angle and swing on you. And this was so slow, and it worked so well.
It's like they've taken the idea of like one person sitting in the smoke and like waiting for it to fade to find like some cheeky lurk kill, and they've just extrapolated it and expanded it to the entire team. They're like, all right, what if all three of us sit in the smoke and just wait for it to fade?
Yeah,
And obviously it's gotten them 2 entries at long, yeah.
Shit, Tabson's out hunting. Losing a couple of players at the end here, but I don't think that really matters. Look at the money that's on that T side. Oh no! Last possible second. Oh, he was getting beamed up. He was already being turned into particles, Jason, like in Star Trek.
And he got so mad he just snapped on 80 VP as soon as possible. It was instantaneous when the next round started. Oh, this is so brutal. This is such a comprehensive victory for Big. They've beat you at B. They've beat you through mid. They've beat you now out towards long A as well. They've pretty much had success anywhere on the map they could want it.
Is that just a thing in Danish Counter-Strike, or is it more of a global thing, the tilt buying of the AWP? Because that does happen, you know? Like, I'm out, I'm about to buy it.
I think that's a universal law of Counter-Strike. That happens everywhere.
All right, good. Well, 4 versus 5. We do have the AWP up there. Maybe a chance for Shiro to get a little bit closer. Yeah, not on the bomb side. So far, just the M4s, but it's getting into the middle at least. Going to be smoked off, obviously. So they're getting really, really close for this cross. They're not even going to throw the smoke. They're going to flash their way through for the fight. That is a little bit bold, but it's working out so far. Got to be careful now, though. Hobbit, they're going to find him right at the end. Citizen, the 1 kill in the round, but just extinguishing any threat. 8-0. And look at all the different styles they're showing us, Big. I thought they were going to get close and throw the double smoke and just run really quickly, but they just went for the fight with flashes. That's so cool.
Dude, I actually straight up love that kind of a long take where you don't put up the smoke wall and you just surprise him with a flashbang peek. And I mean, it's situational depending on when you pull it off. But this time it was obviously brilliant. And I mean, the best thing about it just confuses the defense. Everyone's expecting that smoke wall to come up. Everyone's kind of lining up and preparing for the big execute battle, and they just get trucked before it even begins. Already into the B bomb site. It's somewhat of a rush, and nobody home for Cloud9. So Big. Gonna get up to 9.
There's no stopping them.
It's been like 15 minutes since this game started, and it's 9-0.
I know. And they're playing with the stand-in against the 4th best team in the world. You would have assumed that, yeah, this is probably going to be fairly one-sided, but maybe the other way, if anything. Not the way that we're seeing it here. They're absolutely crushing them. It's ridiculous. Oh, no. Well... 9-1 on Crimbo, 9-1 on Searson. So, yeah, just a couple of people that have died a single time in 9 rounds. That's rough, man.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say at this point. This is we've seen a lot of blowouts in this tournament so far since we hopped in to catch the playoff Sanders.
Yeah, there's been some stuff. I mean, again, we're back playing online, so it hasn't been that long, right? It's not like they've never tried it before, but it doesn't feel like some of these teams are, fully ready for it. It's also possible, like we talked about yesterday, I think we saw that out of phase, like an attempt to switch up some positions, to try maybe some new things. That could be what's catching some of these teams really off guard as well, is that, they're not necessarily playing 100% their standard game, and maybe Cloud9 are getting caught by this a little bit. Big are certainly playing. They're fully locked into this one. It's awesome to see. Exile out here, waiting for it. Timing is absolutely everything. He's going to peek right back in. Oh, it's a good kill. It would have been great if he could have kept transferring that one. And Crimbo takes down Inters. That's all the way on the other side of the map. Hobbit in position in case they wanted to rush up long. But he's going to get Molotov'd out instead. And he's got no choice but to try and put that out. That pretty much confirms his position as well.
Yeah, and that Crimbo kill is so insanely good. Quick smoke towards middle, or towards Xbox. It's going to plume. That's a cool little trick from long A. Maybe put that one, take notes on that one, figure it out, learn it. That's going to make Cloud9 feel like there's some presence heading up catwalk. It's pulled Shiro towards middle while the rest of Big actually relocates to upper dark.
Okay, not bad, but they still have to worry about the fact that there's going to be a lot of people coming through the smoke. Only Nafany, and he's not even inside of the bomb site. He's going to be up in the window. Now, when they cross, they have one smoke to block it. Oh, they're just walking out. This is so bold. Yeah, Nafany, he almost gets caught completely with his pants down. He could have just as well been dead. He just walked right in, assuming that if anyone would have shown up, there would have surely been a flashbang or something to set it up, but not even. Shiro in before anything even happens, and Tizian will take him down. They wanted to go for that flash play, and now the bomb is planted. Roobet on his own, and he is surely dead. tabseN will drop in. Nice triple in this round for Tizian. And a 10th on the board for Big. Man, they're making all the right calls right now.
I mean, the funny thing about this is like this style that Big just had, where they're just walking into the B bomb site in a 3-on-3 quietly until they make content. I always felt like in my head, I always attribute that to like the Russian teams in the online era that kind of came up. They were the first ones that I really like caught on to doing things like that. So it's almost like a taste of their own medicine, where they just don't have the information that the bomb site is actually being lost, and then that next player in, who's Nafany, just way overextends because he doesn't have the information. Big's playing a really nice game at the moment.
Yeah, what a joy for them, you know. Coming into it, you've got some sort of a game plan, and it just turns out every call you make is dead on at the moment. It's
tabseN's probably feeling like a god.
Yeah. That's I mean, you have games like this sometimes, right, where just every single call just turns out to be the right one. You can't necessarily always even explain why, but this is very cool to see. Cloud9. Remember, it is a best of 3, so you need to be a little bit careful, of course. There is Inferno coming up. Vertigo is the deciding map if we get there, which definitely know that Cloud9 are going to be able to do some damage on that one.
Yeah, it'd be a benefit if they could get there, but that's the big question at the moment is, can they get there? With Big playing like this, if it's 2 maps in a row, the series might be over beforehand. 10-0. All 5 players for Big out at long. We saw this round play out in the second round as well, where Cloud9 essentially had 4 or 5 players to defend A against a long take, and they weren't able to handle things. They'll get another crack at it here in round 11.
Well, let's see. Got everyone in the right position, but severely lacking the firepower to do a lot with here. Good flashes to set it up with. Roobet's been isolated. The spray continues, and Tizian, that's not bad. Ooh, but Axal, he's back with it. Deagle in play. Can keep jiggling that. They have a Molotov for his position. If they want to blow him up, they can. Yeah, they're going to force him into the fight. Axal, 3rd headshot. And he needed just a bit more. Shiro, though, still with a chance. Yep, only 6 seconds left on the clock. And he's going to go for it. He has the chance for the bomb plant. Oh, it is right down to the wire. But it is a bomb plant.
Oh, no.
It's devastating.
That might want to be one of the closest plants I've seen. Oh, my Lord. Shiro has got to be gutted. He was hoping and praying that the time would run out. Axal did everything to delay that plant.
He really did. It's 3 amazing headshots like that. Even doing some damage to a 4th player, and just kept it going for a long time. Now, Shiro going to go back and take a look, but going to be hard to find anyone in this after plant. And with no kit or anything else, so he could do some damage, but don't think he's going to be running up to try and defuse the bomb anytime soon. There's the shot. All right. Taking down Crimbo, but it doesn't change the fact that it will be an 11th round for Big. Oh, man.
Oh, my Lord. I can't believe after the kills that Axal got from that position that they still end up losing that round. Magnificent. Big just gets in there right at the perfect moment. Oh, dear. Yeah, this is one of those games, too, where, like, you could probably criticize Cloud9. I think they've only taken, what, like 1 timeout through this? But, like, I don't even know if a timeout would fix this. Like, maybe you just kind of, you know, freeze Big a little bit and cool them off. That's about all you could hope for. But even the adjustments are, like, Big is just doing so good in every scenario.
Yeah, you need more than just a little
more than a timeout.
Maybe get, like, a 30-minute timeout. Go get a smoothie, something like that.
A little between the map timeout.
Yeah. Get that banana strawberry smoothie going on.
Oh, that's not bad. Maybe throw some peanut butter in there. Now we're talking.
Does that work? Can you do that? Is that allowed?
Peanut butter and banana smoothie is like my go-to.
All right, damn. I trust you fully now on the peanut butter question. I'm in. I haven't tried it, but I'll do it.
Peanut butter is a phenomenal food item. Keto behind the smokes at the mid double doors. Nafany's going to call stalemate and back off. They're set up for a mid to B split. They had Inters playing outside of the B bomb site at the big box. They were expecting it, and Big is going to readjust up catwalk. We head towards Hobbit at Goose, and no one playing at Car quite yet. It's Hobbit at Goose and Exile at Long. That is the A defense.
The Hobbit doesn't have anything, right? He can't slow this down. No smoke, no Molotov. He's one flashbang. If he throws it, maybe Axel can get there, but he just threw his Molotov out at Long to try and buy time. So he doesn't have the grenade either. Yeah, this is it. Nafany will get the kill, flashes out, but it's just an army waiting on the other side. And Tizian will truck him immediately. Nafany trying to get a little bit closer. Still holding Long as Axel. He wants to make sure there's no late flank happening, and Shiro spotting one in the middle. So they can't even do this retake. It's not even possible. Do you think they have to save it again? Unfortunately, Tabson is already all the way out. And even if he got spotted, he just doesn't know. He thought there's no way. Oh, a bit of a missed chance there. But Shiro is not even thinking that surely he's not crazy enough to just run the whole way. But he was.
Oh, Exile. 1v3 now versus 2. And he doesn't want anything to do with it. He's going to try and bail out as well. And Crimbo takes the peek of the sound of the footsteps, and it's 12-0.
I don't even. This is so stupid, but it's also amazing. Honestly, well played to Big so far. This is a level of preparedness that yeah, it's awesome to see.
I'll say I think this is a combination of Big playing very, very well, and I think Cloud9. I imagine we'll see some tweets or interviews or whatever it might be, and say this wasn't the best game they've ever put together. They've struggled to really read what Big was going to be doing. So, I mean, all props to Big. They've done a great job disguising their attacks and throwing feints and all sorts of things. Exile, not clean, can't even get the one. He does dink Keto, but cannot complete the kill. And all of a sudden, the A bomb site is wide open once again.
Okay, well, 3 versus 5. Yeah, definitely not the best game they've ever put together. That would be a little bit of an understatement, but yeah, we might get to see the second map almost instantly. You're right. We have had some very, very fast games so far throughout the playoffs, but this one might be, again, big as they're speed running the whole thing. No glitches, just good calls, good shots.
Yeah, this is just pure, straight up gameplay.
Do you remember the glitch that you could do in 1.6 where you could plant the bomb on the wall in a bomb site, and it would make no noise because it would fall down?
You could plant it at an elevator, and that got banned real quick. I always liked the glitches on Mill where you could boost up through the floor of the A bomb site from sewers. So you'd just be walking through sewers and you'd be defending the A bomb site, and you'd just see a terrorist just pop up in the middle of the bomb site for no reason, and then he would kill everyone.
Yeah, yeah, there's been some funny ones. Glad we're not dealing with that at least anymore, but
yeah, could you imagine that in today? Well, we still have some glitches that we deal with from time to time. Some small things that occurred here and there, but nothing quite like that.
Yeah, less insane, but yeah, they still do pop up. You're right. 13-0, and still no signs of life for Cloud9. They're I don't know. The ship has gone down. Can't find a GPS beacon to rescue them. There's just nothing to be done.
The problem now too is like Big has had success at Long, at Mid, at B, at Catwalk. They've had success everywhere that there's no way for Cloud9 to actually kind of like read what's going to come and put 2 players at the point of attack, right? And it's just, I mean, yeah, you're just getting melted. Poor little Hobbit gets 1 kill, goes down immediately afterwards. Flashbangs are out, and Big has complete control of the situation once again.
It's so crazy. Yeah, that's a good point. You know, at least if you say, all right, well, you know, the catwalk defense is working, even if everything else is completely ruined, at least we got the catwalk defense, you know, up and running. But you're right, there's really nothing like that. It's just everywhere is super shaky, and Big are just having whatever part of the map they want, really. Shiro up here hoping to go for a swing, but it's going to be flashed, and they might have heard him step a little bit back. 48 seconds left, and backup is kind of there, but again, that backup is just with a deagle. Good shot MP9. And Anthony going to take down Keto at the same time. So at least they've turned it into a 2-on-2. Somebody to work with, maybe, but Searson is so quick. And he pulls out the deagle right afterwards. They've got Anthony in an impossible position. He sends out of the smoke, but if they just both peek him at the same time, he's surely dead. It's going to be Searson to close the round. 14-0. As Big are looking to get a flawless first half here.
Okay, well, the nice thing for Cloud9 is that you're no longer going for a map victory, are you? You're just going for a 1 round. You're just trying to avoid the 16-0. So you can set that as your goal, win 1 round, and then you've accomplished it. And that can at least be, you know, a feeling of positivity moving forward.
Sure.
That's all I've got.
Nice. I like that. You should be a motivational speaker, Jason. I think you could have a career there.
This is why you always make your bed in the morning, get that sense of accomplishment to start the day.
So that when you get hit by a truck later and put in the hospital, you could at least be there thinking, my bed is real nice.
As soon as I get out of this hospital, I have a made bed.
When I wake up from this coma in 9 months, it's going to be a nice bed waiting for me.
New sheets, everything.
Good.
Ooh. Shiro misses a chance. That would have been... I don't even know... I'm going to look at the stats at halftime. I don't even know how many times I've seen Cloud9 get the opening kill. I feel like they've been playing at a deficit pretty much this entire map.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. Shiro is out here looking for something. It's just Tizian on the other side. But again, with the AWP there, Shiro, 1 missed shot and he's dead. All right, crouching into it. That's going to be an easy kill right there. But now they're down the middle, ready and waiting. 4-on-4. And... making a fair bit of noise, stepping around. Anthony surely calling it out, saying, I could be in a position to need a little bit of help. They're kind of ready for a B split. They kind of look like they would have the right idea. Molotov, Hobbit is going to be in front of it, so he can just stay put and make sure that nothing really is happening. 40 seconds, but Big, they could still change their mind. Look at the movement here on the minimap. Yeah,
they're finding the perfect escape route. Up towards Catwalk, where there's the least defense. Or at least one player's up there already. That would be Keto calling everyone to his position, but you're going right at Shiro. There's going to be a late, long lurk. That's going to be Tapson, who's moving into that position. 20 seconds on the clock. They're running this down. Any issues? They might be playing this too much.
We said that earlier and it still worked, but you're right. They only have 1 flash. What? Just jump down and catch Hobbit, and Shiro's in so much trouble. Yeah, they could have peeked him from a bunch of different angles.
They can't get there.
Oh,
they can't get there.
No, they can't. You're right. Oh, the bomb. It got committed to it. That is a real shame. Oh, it would have been cool to see if he could have found one of those fights at the end, but still, 14-1. Not at all a bad run for Big.
They did it. They needed the bomb to drop off Catwalk onto the CT spawn ramp, which has been the heel for Catwalk executes for like 15 years. Well done.
Man, I really, really wanted them to win, especially winning that fight jumping down, just because it would have been so funny. But whatever. It's all right. Second half coming up, and Cloud9 just nowhere to be found still.
Well, at least they avoid the ultra embarrassment. At least they've got that going for them.
Yeah, they managed to upset it just a little bit. That's nice. Moral victory there. You're like, all right, you didn't get it. You didn't get everything you wanted. It's all good. Well, now they're on the T side. Got a Molotov and a smoke still left to set something up with. Tabson is out looking for a fight behind that smoke that's in the middle. Not going to overextend it too much. Just want to take a little bit of a peek down there. Ooh, gonna spot one of them out, realizing Axel has come running with the Glock. That's an interesting kill. Shiro ready to battle it out. USP on the other side, but with the P250, it's the great equalizer here. And Axel, he might find a free kill out on long. Yeah, no, ooh, wait a minute. Slips up and gets taken
Nothing's
down.
Free today.
Nope, absolutely nothing is free.
Oh my lord. No way. He added another one onto it. Finally, Hobbit's going to take him down. What a double kill from Searson. Oh, this is actually so heartbreaking in a way.
It's wild. They might still have a shot in this round, though. 2 versus 3. And bomb should be planted. Oh, wait. Nope. Nafany wanted to just help out. Just wanted to take a look over those. Just see what the sun's like outside, you know. Just instant bullet through the face. Oh, it's so rough. Back into a 2-on-2. And this time, Hobbit... it's going to be a bomb plant. No one's going to stop him at the very least. Crimbo and Keto. Not that much health left on almost anyone here. Maybe Hobbit the most healthy player right now, but No kit either picked up at the moment. So let's just see. Shiro, he spots the top of a head, but it's not enough. Hobbit, all on him. And they could guess where he is. They have a pretty good read right now. And even with the kit, they have some time at the moment. Oh, they've both jumped down and they're running past him now. He goes for the swing. There's one. And he just needs a little bit more. Good play for Hobbit. A nice triple. Secures Cloud9 a second round.
Yeah, well done. Oh my god, that was way too difficult. That was such a struggle the whole time. Searson was an absolute beast out towards long, but Hobbit with a nice clutch, a nice 1v2. They had to hit some real bangers to get into this situation. I can't believe Searson hits this shot right here. Just quick one tap, enters, crosses over to boxes. That had to have felt like hell.
Surely, yeah. Oh man, even with the grenade on top, so close once again. So yeah, probably not a round where you're going to be high-fiving and saying, yeah, we did it. It's just, man, we lived through that one, but only barely. Well, how long can they push this forward? Stack over at long, but again, the weapons are super limited. Naturally, going to open it up, and there is an army waiting on the other side, so they're not going to be pressed by that. Whatever, it's a good idea for Big. Might as well try something.
Yeah, no flashbang, though.
True. No flashbang. That's
those rats.
Always something that we can criticize, you know. 14-3. Tiny step back in the right direction, possibly, maybe. I think at this point, just try to wake up a little bit. Try to play yourselves into the game. Make sure they don't come flying. We say this all the time, but you know that is pretty much the best you could do at the moment, I think.
And I like this call from Big. They could actually force up and go for a third round buy here if they wanted to, but they're just like, we got a huge lead. We don't have to risk this at all. Let's just make sure that first buy, we're going to have the op with full utility, all the M4s with full utility. So playing the money game with such a big lead, always appreciate that one. Exile out towards long, causing just a little bit of attention and pressure here towards this part of the map is going to keep 3 defenders zoned in on the location. And the rest of Cloud9 working their way through upper and lower dark.
Yeah, taking it slowly. Can't really blame them for that right now. You just want to get a chance to breathe and take a little bit of a rest here. Tabson wanted to set up the nade for Tizian, but he's dead before he can get to the corner, so doesn't really work out the way that they'd wanted. Of it now. He's been playing decently well all throughout. Shiro and Axel are kind of not that far away. They're getting a couple of people online, even if it's taken a minute. Getting a couple of people that start to look like they know what they're doing here. Shiro, nice trigger discipline. Just waiting.
Come on, Shiro. Knife him.
You wanted to... at this point, what if they fail?
Just do it. Just go for it.
Oh, tempting fate that is.
What do you have to lose, Anders? What do you have to lose?
The last bit of dignity that you have, just a tiny sliver of, like, yeah.
Dignity's overrated.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
14-4, 10-round lead for Big, and now they've got the weapons in hand. Off on Searson, M4s on everyone else, and already Hobbit's got an opening kill out towards long. That's Tizian who falls to the corner. There's still 3 more defenders from Big here at this part of the map. But at least Hobbit has helped thin the herd just a little.
Yeah, boost up out on long, just in case someone wanted to push. But not a bad start right here. Getting Tizian down. He's at 19 kills. So again, a good day so far for Tizian. Searson, flashbang worked, but just still didn't stop the kill somehow.
Yeah, that one's painful. Everything was right. Everything went exactly as planned, and you still lose out.
It's hard to explain, but
that's just one of those kinds of games for Cloud9 at the moment. So it's going to be Searson and Crimbo out towards long A, holding onto this part of the map. Searson can obviously pivot between the bomb site and the pit with that AWP, and Cloud9 is going to attack into this position. They need flashbangs to clear this corner to get Searson off the angle.
They do. That was one of them. They have one more on Hobbit, but otherwise they're going to run out. Ooh, nicely done. Exile. Perfect place to stop for that one. And he's going to take down Crimbo as well. It's working out so well at the moment. Tabson finding the top of a head there, but it takes a little bit too long, so he can't readjust for the next fight. And Exile's just out hunting. running all over the place with the AK-47. And that'll be another good round for Cloud9, shutting down the economy once again of Big.
Yeah, and it's good to see Exile hitting those shots too, because he's one of the guys that you really felt needed to come kind of figure it out and get warmed up into this game and into this series, because we saw a couple, the pistol round comes to mind, but just a couple missed engagements throughout the course of this map that is just not characteristic of Exile, who's, you know, for the past 2 years has been one of the best players in the world. So good to see him kind of hitting some bangers there in that round as well.
Yeah, he is one of those players for this Cloud9 team that's, you know, he has the ability to do that kind of stuff. So you're right. It's nice to see him start to wake up a little bit and do some more. Going to be out long. The rest of Big, they're looking all over the place for where the action is. They're going to be too late to the party though, so expect it's going to be another fairly easy round here for a 14-6 type affair. I mean, this is they've managed to create a little bit of a buffer now. I don't think they're going to win the map, but at least they can take a deep breath and rest easy. What's the
yeah?
What's another good smoothie? Oh, milkshake. What's the difference? I don't even know what is the difference. Is there a difference?
I think smoothie is usually like I think it's more like yogurt based, generally speaking, and or like, you know, ice, or like protein shakes are like generally smoothies. You know, shakes are more just ice cream.
Okay.
I think I could be wrong. I've never done like I've never actually looked at the definition or like the scientific differences, but yeah, there we go. Another good smoothie. Let's see.
We need like an expert on this topic, just to.
Yeah, we do. I honest to God, I've just done banana and peanut butter like pretty much forever. I mean, I throw a little honey in there as well. Sometimes, you know, some berries of some kind, blueberry, goji berries, nice.
Okay, so just up it all, you got that peanut butter centerpiece throughout all of it, basically.
Yeah. Well, peanut butter banana is just god tier. Like, you can't beat it. It's even good on a sandwich, Anders. If you ever want to make, instead of a peanut butter and jelly, just peanut butter and banana, throw some honey on that bad boy between 2 pieces of bread. Living the dream. Okay. I'm starting to see a real pattern here in your cooking, but that's fine. Okay. So some more stuff. If you've got any examples yourself, write them in Twitch chat. I'll try and read them. You gotta get into the veggie smoothies as well. Like those are low key, like pretty underrated.
What? Veggie smoothies?
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I've never heard that before. I feel like it's not a good idea, but you know
what you need to do, Anders, because you fly out of the Copenhagen airport. Well, there's a Joe in the Juice right after you get through airport security. Like, you stop at Joe in the Juice. It's a tradition for me every time I go through Copenhagen airport. Stop and get some kind of a juice.
Okay, I could be convinced doing that. That sounds like a nice refreshing thing. Okay, well, no time for that yet. Still at a 14-6 scoreline here. A little bit of a trade of kills. Hobbit for Keto early on. And Crimbo's going to be finding Nafidi looking the wrong way. Checking if someone was coming up from lower dark. So this is a bit uncomfortable now. Getting a little bit nervous for Cloud9. They're starting to sort of, you know, build their way back into the game slightly. You don't want to be losing it to just pistols and some awkward pushes. That'd be really weird.
Ooh, good find from Shiro, peeking into Searson. And now stepping up. I don't think he has any idea Crimbo's here on the other side. I don't think he has any clue. Crimbo at car. Yep, there's the 5-7 immediate dink and cleanup. Now they know, but it might be too late to deal with. Smoke is out. It's going to plume in time. Exile, awkward fight for him over the top. And there's Sissian through the double doors into a 1v1. It's Tapson, but he's on a very fast flank.
Yeah, he's walking in. There's no way into his nose. Oh, he's got no read of it. Tapson will take him down, and a shocking punish here for Cloud9 in a round that probably should have been easy. But as we said, nothing has been easy in this game here for the Cloud9 side. So 15-6 instead, and Big are 1 round away from picking up this first map. Man, this is something else.
Yeah, this is special from the Big side of things. Well, 9 rounds straight, Cloud9 need to force overtime.
Yeah, that seems like a real hard task to solve at the moment. But the default spread is what we're working with. So upper dark, long, down the middle, trying to play it carefully here. Again, Shiro and Exile, Hobbit there. They got 3 people that are having a bit of an output. That's a lot of nades. Nice little stacked tabs, and you can keep throwing those all day. It's interesting.
Ooh, Keto with an aggressive peek, and he's not going to be able to get away with it. That would have been really cool if he could have disappeared back into the doors. Crimbo goes down as well. Nice find from Inters, and yeah, you get a kill in mid, you get a kill at the B bomb site. Press the issue, take the space, see what you can find. There's going to be no one home at the B bomb site. Axile's there to cut off rotations, and Tapson and Tizian can just save.
Yeah, Tapson's still throwing nades. He's like a minute into the round, and he's still just tossing them down there. Didn't really have a great effect, but I like that. I'm gonna start to ask people to throw grenades for me to throw up on the catwalk. That's a nice idea. Imagine the utility damage you get for a round, you know?
Yeah, good point.
You might lose, you know, every round, but you're gonna
probably, but you'll get a cool utility damage stat.
Yeah, top of the world on that one. No one's gonna beat me there.
It's a shame that Cloud9 couldn't actually put up any of a fight in the first half, because this T side is looking, I mean, pretty decent so far.
Yeah, that's an experience I feel like we go through a fair bit. We think, damn, if you could have just put in like 4 or 5 rounds in that first half, maybe this is a completely different game. There's a real shot here, but you have to realize, obviously, one tiny mistake, one little slip up, like in that previous round against the Pistols, and it's done for. So yeah, I'm sure they're gonna want to have that first half back, but you can't.
But you can't.
No takesy backsies, Jason.
No, not in this game. Not in the game of Counter-Strike. 15-7. Ooh, Shiro's got the deep angle. Good flashbang, and he's gonna bail out. Molotov comes into his position. He steps into the fire, and he gets 1 kill. All right, Cloud9's gaming now. This is what you like to see. Individuals stepping up and taking fights. Axile's gonna lose his out towards long, so Tizian finds the equalizer. He's got 22 kills, Tizian.
Yeah, he's doing some real work at the moment. I swear he had at least 1 or 2 good games in the quarterfinal that we saw. I feel like he had some impressive stats coming out of that one too. So seems to be in his element at the moment. Still over a minute on the clock for this 4-on-4. So Cloud9, they don't feel too stressed about repositioning themselves on the map. They've got Hobbit in the lower dark, so he's kind of checking out that part of the map, making sure that the CTs don't occupy too much space. And in terms of grenades, they have a lot of nades.
Yeah, I was going to wonder if they would go out towards long, because, I mean, the call from Axile's got to be that he at least damaged Tizian like the half HP, right? They have to know there's an injured player out towards long. Oh, this is interesting. Tizian being very bold, positioned into cave. Shiro did not spot this. There's a timing on when Tizian can turn this corner and push out and actually have a backstab, because Shiro can't hold this forever.
Citizen, nothing to peek the corner with. Shiro, there we go. He's gonna scope it up and make sure.
Well, done and dusted. That's the round. Time to save if you're Searson. Not even gonna get there. Good follow-up flashbang, good follow-up kill from Hobbit, and all of a sudden Cloud9's on 8.
Couple of slip-ups there, maybe. I don't necessarily, I think Tizian with low health, I mean, it's a risk pushing out like that, but maybe it could have worked. But obviously, Citizen missing the first shot at the corner of Catwalk, that makes a difference too. A little bit of a heart attack moment there for Nafany. Probably felt like we already checked this part of the map. We just came from there. And now Keto is just waiting to try and make it expensive. Not that it really matters at this point. At a 15-7 scoreline, I don't think Cloud9 are going to care about losing rifles. So here we go. They're a couple of steps back. Again, 8 rounds from a 14-1 first half. Yeah, it's something.
Well, I mean, they've at least accomplished the goal. I mean, you can even just see from that kind of a peak from Shiro as well. Like, these guys have just, I don't know, like, woken up, I guess is the best phrase. They seem actually willing to risk and take fights and peek into angles, which, I mean, on the CT side, they just kind of got deleted. Big was dictating everything. So it's nice to see the Cloud9 players on an individual level fighting back, and even on a team level, still alive in this game. 15-8. Tabson, I think he has an idea that someone's there. The response, he doesn't look over fast enough. Nafany's got him. Perhaps saved the life of a teammate, but another opening kill for Cloud9 and another follow-up from Cloud9.
Yeah, Tizian trying to play the edge of that smoke while it was still up, and now out alone. This seems like a wild idea. Crimbo, that's a wide swing. He got exiled, but I mean, even that is almost surprising. He could have just as well been knocked out. 2 players waiting for him. Wanted to be a little bit of a hero. And this is, you'd like to see big at some point. You take just a deep breath, and they just need 1 round. So, you know, that kind of a swing for Crimbo, it would be cool to get a quick double kill, but I feel like that's not how you're going to probably win this game. Just get everyone lined up, get some good setups, maybe out at long instead of fighting one at a time. Try and do a little bit of a delayed take or something like that. Catch Cloud9 off guard. They're going to be coming out long with the bomb and everything. And up on Catwalk, Searson's hanging around with the AWP, but I don't know if it's worth it to fight too much for anything here.
No.
Doesn't feel like it.
But, I mean, you might have to fight to save the weapon, although no one from Cloud9 in middle. So it's looking like Searson might have an easy time saving on Catwalk, and obviously Keto in the B bomb site not even close to being pressured. So Cloud9's up to 9. Anders, what do you make of this one?
Could be the magic number for them, you know. Could be where they were kicking into high gear. I still think there's no way that Big aren't going to win this first map. But if somehow that turns out not to be true, if they find a way to get it into overtime, that would just be so devastating.
I know, it would be so soul-crushing.
Which in itself is always funny, you know. Something
True.
about that.
We do enjoy that.
Wow. 1 round so far in the second half for Big. Economy, yeah, I mean, it's what you expect, right? Every other round is going to be just not quite what they want.
Well, interesting. Another chance for Big, round 25. They've got that double op setup. They've bought M4s around it, and another fast play towards long, which has been successful for Cloud9 up until this point. Ooh, towards Car. Axel tries to adjust. 2 opening kills for Big, and man, you gotta feel like this is the round. This is the round they've given the start that they wanted. The op steps up and adds another kill. That's Keto to take down Inters. Hobbit and Shiro for a 2v5. Might be time to get those mid-series smoothies underway for Cloud9.
Yeah. They've got plenty of suggestions, so there's, you know, a lot to pick from if they want to go for it. They'll have a little bit of time here. Yeah, exactly. Get someone on it. Shiro and Hobbit, 2 versus 5. They've got a lot of time here, but it's going to be a long series of duels and already shot in the elbow, down to 17 health. So I don't know. I don't think there's a way to do anything right now. Kind of a wild fight, and again, I felt like Big were probably, they kept sort of jumping back and forth out there on lone to take the fight. That's in itself super risky, but it worked out, so we can't really complain too much about it. Hobbit sneaking his way through here, looking for anyone that he could find. Maybe a Molotov to set it up, but Tizian's going to come charging through. He was tired of playing Dust 2 and puts an end to it. 16 rounds on the side of Big.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? I mean, just a phenomenal first half, and even though the second half looked sketchy for Big, they